This is the 7th video in the series on the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, a book which offers insightful lessons and historical examples of obtaining and wielding power. In a world filled with chaos, we all pursue control, and we gain that control through the obtainment and use of power. The book takes an amoral position on the potential uses of this power. While it is true that these laws can be used for our own selfish and malicious benefit, there are also the possibility to use these lessons to guard against malicious power players and pursue our own benevolent goals. Throughout this series, I will describe each law while providing examples from popular film and television shows. Some of these depictions will have historical relevance, although fictionalized, but all storytelling is a mere reflection of our real world. These depictions are not meant to be taken 100% factually accurate, but only as examples to learn the laws of power. Law 7. Get others to do your work, but always take the credit. Judgment. Use wisdom, knowledge, and legwork of other people to further your own cause. Not only will such assistance save you valuable time and energy, it will give you a godlike aura of efficiency and speed. In the end, your helpers will be forgotten and you will be remembered. Never do yourself what others could do for you. Robert Greene. Part 1. Transgression of the Law. The 2020 film Tesla is a highly stylized biographical film on the career of Nikola Tesla. The Serbian-American electrical engineer and inventor is played by Ethan Hawke. The film features stylized modernity and obvious uses of rear projection, just to explain some of the imagery I'll be using.
If you Google Nikola Tesla, you get 34 million results. But for images, they're mostly just 3 or 4 photographs repeated over and over. They get flipped around, some are colorized or photoshopped with light.
The film's narrative is rather abridged, but a faithful retelling of Tesla's troubled career, starting with his employment with Thomas Edison, played by Kyle MacLachlan.
Oh, Tesla. Didn't see you there before. Is it true you're from Transylvania?
The inciting incident between the two well-known inventors occurred when Tesla offered to completely redesign Edison's power generators, to which Edison offered his young employee a bonus of $50,000 if he could complete the project. When Tesla presented his completed project, Edison explained that the bonus was only a joke and a misunderstanding.
You think I owe you $50,000? Tesla, you have no understanding of the American sense of humor.
Edison had great command of business dealings, patent laws, and funds to encourage new talent to design inventions that he himself would claim sole ownership of.
Google Thomas Edison, and you get over 64 million results. Twice as many as Tesla.
Discouraged by his treatment and Edison's aversion to his new invention, alternating current, Tesla quit and found an investing partner in George Westinghouse.
George Westinghouse.
He wants the motor, of course.
List offering $200,000.
Plus $2.50 per horsepower.
Royalties
for each motor we install.
The two went on to create an alternating current electric generator, a system for delivering electricity that was so efficient and safe it is still industry standard today. Westinghouse shared a greater share of the fame and profit with Tesla. However, when his company becomes caught in a takeover by J.P. Morgan, Westinghouse convinces Tesla to forgo royalties that were owed to him, convincing him that it would help save his company.
Pay you the royalties spelled out in your contract. We're bust. It's too much money. The whole company's in jeopardy. They refused to go forward with the merger unless your contract, the horsepower clause, is canceled.
And further Tesla's career with it. Tesla agreed and ripped up a contract.
Tear it up. But I'd prefer if you tore it up.
And received $200,000 in place of what would have been $12 million he was owed. Although Tesla's patents and inventions are still in use in many modern technologies, it is Edison Westinghouse, and J.P. Morgan's names that are remembered, while Tesla is forgotten. This is a reminder that as good as you are in your own field, you must have a command for power. You must have a command of leadership. You must have a command of business. You must have a command of politics.
And you can't help but wonder, if only Tesla had someone sharp and smart at his side. An enlightened hustler to steer him through the crass commercial world.
Part 2. Observations of the Law. The 2015 film, Steve Jobs, is another stylized biography of the titular Apple founder Steve Jobs, played by Michael Fassbender. The film follows Jobs' struggle to run the startup technology company through the various launch presentations of Apple's main computer line.
Going to say
Fix it.
Fix it?
Yeah.
In 40 minutes?
Fix it.
I can't.
Who's the person who can?
I'm the person who can, and I can't.
In each of the new product presentations over the years, Apple's co-founder and primary designer of the successful Apple II computer, Steve Wozniak, played by Seth Rogen, confronts Jobs, asking for recognition of the Apple II team.
The team was upset and angry and down, and do you know why?
Because the Apple II wasn't mentioned even once?
The Apple II wasn't mentioned even... Yes, that's it. You have it, yes.
That wasn't an oversight.
They know that.
The Apple II is what was, my friend.
The Apple II is what pays the bills around here and has for 7 years. And if you embarrass these people, you are going to see a brain drain at this company, my brother.
Jobs' refusal comes much to the chagrin of Wozniak.
A long time ago, you asked me a favor before a product launch, and I said no. But I still owe you favors, so name it.
Steve?
But it can't be about acknowledging the Apple II team.
Acknowledge the Apple II team.
How about in private?
No. Just the top guys, the ones who are getting laid off.
Listen, okay?
Will not blow me off right now, Steve.
Jobs' reasoning is manyfold. Firstly, the presentation is supposed to be about future Apple products, not outdated ones.
This is a product launch, not a luncheon. And the last thing I want to do is connect the iMac
To the only successful product that this company has ever made. I'm sorry to be blunt, but that happens to be the truth. The Lisa was a failure. The Macintosh was a failure.
Secondly, he wants to be seen as the sole figurehead responsible for the company's successes.
During this launch.
This is a new animal.
This whole place was built by the Apple II. You were built by the Apple II.
As a matter of fact, I was destroyed by the Apple II and its open system so that...
As the figurehead, Jobs absorbs all of the company's successes as his own. He also must absorb all failures too.
I'm the world's leading expert in the Mac, John. What's your resume?
After the failed attempt to follow up the Apple II computer with the Macintosh, the board of directors forced Jobs out as CEO of Apple.
All right, well, this guy's out of control. I'm perfectly willing to hand in my resignation tonight, but if you want me to stay, you can't have Steve. Settle him out.
He founded the computer company Next, with the sole purpose not to create a competing computer to rival Apple's machines.
Your computer's gonna fail. You had a college and university advisory board telling you they need a powerful workstation for $2,000 to $3,000. You priced Next at $6,500, and that doesn't include the optional $3,000 hard drive, which people will discover isn't optional. Brings the total to $12,000, and in the entire world, you are the only person who cares that it's housed in a perfect cube. Tell me something else I don't know.
But to create an internal operating system, something Apple desperately needed.
He wrote a parody press release about Apple buying Next for your OS. He imagines a near future where Apple needs your OS and has to buy Next, and you come back as CEO.
His gambit worked. Apple eventually acquires Next and puts Jobs back in his role as CEO.
Guess what? Mac is back. Apple co-founder Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs is returning.
At the next presentation, Wozniak confronts him on his contributions to the technology company.
You can't write code. You're not an engineer. You're not a designer. You can't put a hammer to a nail. I built the circuit board. The graphical interface was stolen from Xerox PARC. Jeff Raskin was the leader of the Mac team before you threw him off his own project. Everything, someone else designed the box. So how come 10 times in a day, I read Steve Jobs as a genius? What do you do?
I once met Seiji Ozawa at Tanglewood. Thunderous conductor. Godly artfulness and nuance. And I asked him what exactly a conductor does that a metronome can't.
to which Jobs finally explains his role in the company, in which he has no inventions.
That's right. No, he said, the musicians play their instruments. I play the orchestra. I play the orchestra. And you're a good musician. You sit right there. You're the best in your role.
Where Tesla failed to imprint his own brand on all of his inventions, Jobs was able to create an environment in which he was able to use others' skills and devotion to creation to further his own career and agenda. Part 3. The Reversal. These laws of powers can sometimes go against the better judgment of human nature. We naturally want to please people, to make them feel good about their performances. In my video series on The 33 Strategies of War, another book by Robert Greene, I have discussed how leaders should always praise their subordinates in public and scold them in private.
Just acknowledge the top guys.
Have a mimosa and relax.
You will not blow me off right now, Steve. The top guys...
There are no top guys. All right? On the Apple II team, there are no top guys. They're B players. And B players discourage the A players. And I want A players at Apple and not Dell.
They're not B players, and I'm a better judge of that.
Everybody, I want to clear
Nobody moves!
Wozniak's request that his boss acknowledge the hard work of the Apple II team has all the proper inclinations of a good leader.
Live and die by your praise. So here's your chance. Acknowledge that something good happened that you weren't in the room for.
The kind of boss any of us would want to work for, or be ourselves.
No.
Steve, do it. It's right.
However, in the game of power, there is a time and place for everything. Apple II's legacy is cemented in computing history along with Wozniak's contributions. And it is Apple's continued success that will keep them there.
Your products are better than you are, brother.
That's the idea, brother. And knowing that, that's the difference.
It's not binary. You can be decent and gifted at the same time.
This has been a production of Minimum Effort Media. There are new videos here on the first Friday of every month. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you care to. If you'd like to own a copy of the 48 Laws of Power, there is a link in the description below that would help benefit the channel. I also give away a copy of the book with each one of these videos I release. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber with notifications turned on, like, and comment down below. I select the comments at random, and they will be posted on my next Law of Power video. The winners from the previous video are on screen right now. Please contact me at The Lazy Stoic across all social media, so I can get your contact information. Thank you for watching.